EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Columbus Aviators. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And his first pass is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side, he's got Robinson. There's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wall. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he lost the football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 95 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, they'll open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
On third down, Bonds. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Bonds. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And this is intercepted, but they say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover in the end zone. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wall. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Wall. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Wall. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacking in the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bonds. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Bonds. Throw left side complete. That's Brewer. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down. Bonds. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 59 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Wall. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Their game on the play, 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wall. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for number 20.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And the Panthers coming out now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's got Mason complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds finding his safety valve here. That's complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Bonds. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down. Wall to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Wall. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the gun on third down. Wall. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. Bonds. He finds his man. Complete. It's Brewer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Wall over the middle, and it's incomplete. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Wall. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Panthers now set to take over offensively.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Bonds. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Bonds.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing to start the drive. Wall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Back to throw. Wall got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Wall. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Wall. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
The final shot before break. Wall. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The 49ers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chiefs get back over 500 as they win their second in 3 tries. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Wall. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wolf. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wall. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. He finds his man. Complete. That's Brewer.
It's with the number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 37-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Bonds. And this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on 1st down. Bonds. He finds his man. Complete. It's Brewer. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Bonds. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Wall. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wall. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Wall.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 6. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wall flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that. You're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Bonds. And he wisely will throw that one away. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw, Bonds. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Wall. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wall. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Wall. Buying time. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Bonds. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Bonds. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Man, I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
He was brought down by pass the 10. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on first down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the Panthers down by 6, 53 ticks to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He finds his man complete. That's Brewer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Columbus, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.